Hi there. It's December 31st and time for Proverbs 31, the last chapter in Proverbs. Written down. I like this chapter. There's some good advice in here. Right? Yesterday was kind of the pinnacle of Proverbs, but 31 was put on there. Okay? The words of King Lemuel, an oracle that his mother taught him. Okay? King Lemuel is a pet term that his mother called Solomon. Okay? This is King Solomon. His mother, that would be Bathsheba, taught him. Okay, and there's lots of good advice, lots of good motherly advice in here. Okay, let's begin. O my son, O son of my womb, O son of my vows, do not give your vigor to women or your ways to what ruin kings. Okay, did he do that? He did. Did he listen to his mom? Doesn't sound like it. And that way did ruin kings. Okay, it ruined him 700 wives. He wanted to expand his kingdom, so he kept taking on royalty, royal wives and princesses, and to expand his kingdom. And what ruined him was he tried to keep them happy by letting them bring their own cultures and customs and gods and deities and build temples to them. Okay, God wasn't having that. So, first piece of advice. Second piece of advice, and he may have took this. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, or for rulers to crave strong drink, lest they forget what is decreed and pervert justice for all the oppressed. Instead, give strong drink to one who is dying, and wine to those who are bitterly distressed. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Right? Kings and rulers should not drink, okay? Most of them do. Some of them don't. Some of them prefer Diet Coke, right? But it does say, right? And there's a lot of people that are bitterly distressed. I mean, you're just poor, and, there's nothing wrong with, if you don't stumble, if having a drink, having a couple of beers with friends, there's nothing wrong with that. The Bible doesn't say not to drink. It says do not get drunk. Okay, do not lose control of your faculties. That's where the trouble begins. Okay, verse 8. Open your mouth on behalf of those unable to speak, for the justice of all who are destitute. Open your mouth, judge righteously. Plead the cause of the poor and the needy. Right? It says this everywhere, huh? And his mother told Solomon, her boy Lemuel, to always, right, stand up for the poor and the destitute. Good stuff. Okay, now those are the words of, very short, the words that Bathsheba told her son, and he wrote them down. Now this part says a woman of valor. Say a new paragraph over here. This is a very old acrostic poem. It was an old poem when it was written in the Bible thousands of years ago. It was already hundreds of years old then. This is probably something they taught little girls. It's not about one woman. It's about the values of a good wife. Okay. So we'll read this. Now, it was originally written acrostically, and to be fair, most things back then were written acrostically. They would start and write them with successive letters of the alphabet. Alpha means this, and beta means this, and delta means this, and gamma means this, and they, much like an ABC book would have been written for kids today. Yeah? So let's read this old poem. An accomplished woman who can find her value is far beyond rubies. Her husband's heart trusts in her, and he lacks nothing valuable. She brings him good and not harm all the days of her life. Right? Now, these are separate statements. Okay? She selects wool and flax, and her hands work willingly. Right? She is like merchant ships, bringing in her sustenance from afar. Right? She rises while it is still night and provides food for her household and portions for her servant girls. She considers a field and buys it. From the fruit of her hand, she plants a vineyard. Right? Separate statement. She girds herself with strength and invigorates her arms. She discerns that her business is good. Her lamp never goes out at night. She extends her hands to the spindle, and her palm grasps the spinning wheel. She spreads out her palms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of snow for her house, for her whole house is clothed in scarlet wool. Or it says double clothed over here. She makes her own luxurious coverings. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is respected at the city gates when he sits among the elders of the land. Right? She makes linen garments and sells them and supplies sashes to the merchants' belts. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the days to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom. A lesson of kindness is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and bless her. Her husband also praises her. Right? So, of course, her husband saying, many daughters have excelled, but you surpass them all. Right? I always like this one. Come on. Right? Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears Adonai will be praised. Okay, that's a good verse. All right? Looks and deceit, looks and beauty will go away. It's important is what's in their heart, and you need to find that first, okay? Give her the fruit of her hands. Let her deeds be her praise at the gates. Okay? And that's the acrostic poem. We didn't highlight a whole lot in here. This is Proverbs 31, okay? Stuff that Solomon did. This is all one thing right here. Okay? She told the king, do not give your vigor to women or your ways to what ruin kings. And he did. Right? And he did. Okay? And this is a good one. It's not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine or for rulers to crave strong drink. Lest they drink, forget what is decreed and pervert justice for all those oppressed. Right? A king, a ruler should never be out of his mind, out of his senses. Right? They could do dangerous things. Especially if you have some evil advisors hanging around. Okay? Instead, give strong drink to one who is dying and wine to those who are bitterly distressed. Let him drink and forget his poverty. Now, some of them say let him drink beer and forget his poverty. Right? And remember his misery no more. Right? Just for a while, it's good to have a little party, right? Forget your troubles. And then the acrostic poem. This part has always stood out to me. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears Adonai, the Lord, will be praised. Beauty is vanity. Right. If you're looking for a wife, if you're looking for a girlfriend, then yeah, go for the charm and the beauty and the vanity. And, if you're looking for a trophy to carry around. If you're looking for a wife, and it talks in Proverbs about a wife. It doesn't talk about a girlfriend, right? He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Women who want to be wives are different than women who want to be girlfriends, okay? Women who want to be wives want to help their husband. They want to support their husband. They want to build up their husband, right? And it doesn't matter what kind of car he drives, okay? What he does. What matters is what's in the heart. And is he nurturing, right? Good stuff. Beauty will go away, okay? And what you're left with is what is inside. So, there you go. That's Proverbs 31. The end of another section of Proverbs, right? That is the 16th time we've gone through Proverbs, okay? I'm going to do it again. I want to do it 24 times, okay? And maybe more, but my goal is to do it 24 times. So that was time 16, and we use a different version each time. We'll probably go back to one of the basic versions next year. I really did enjoy this Tree of Life version, and I am going to do some study on it. I might use it in next year's study, as one of the versions I have up there when we go through the New Testament in a year. All right, but we'll find another version. So there you go. That's the end of the year. We finished our Through the Bible in a Year yesterday with day 365. Since it was a leap year, there was an extra day. So there would be no afternoon video today. I may make one just for fun, but that's through. And tomorrow we're going to start a brand new through the New Testament in a year, where we both tear apart every single chapter and really get into the Word. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. Until then, have a good day. See you next time.